What's what's up? Sorry, what's up, guys? Back in music with Smallville, season 6, episode 6, Fallout. Okay, so this episode starts off 6 weeks later, where this guy Lamar and his friend Yen, I think his name is Yen or Yarn. They're hanging out, and when Clark and the Phantoms hit, the guy went over to the Phantom where it hit, and he got possessed by this guy named Phantom named Baron. And he's like, "We're Carlo," and the guy's like, what's a Carlo? Are you nuts?" And he's like, "Where's Carlo?" And the guy won't tell him, so he disintegrates the guy. So then we see, so Lana, she meets with she meets with Doctor she meets with Doctor Grohl, and he's like, "Hey, we're not gonna do the project anymore, Lana." So Jimmy's there, and he sees Lex's car, so he thinks the shadowy figure is Lex. So he goes to Lana, so he goes to Chloe about this, and she's like, and he thinks that because of the statue that Zod was holding, he thinks that Lex is working with the Egyptians. And Chloe, not wanting to expose Clark, not wanting to say that they're Kryptonian symbols, just says, "Oh yeah, Lex is working with the Egyptians." So yeah, so yeah, so so Clark tells Chloe, so Chloe tells Clark, but then who appears? But Raya, and she's like, "Hey Clark, have you started training with Jarrell yet?" He's like, "No, I haven't," and and yeah, he's like, "Also the fortress is dead." So yeah, but that's when Baron shows up and he blasts Clark. They go to the floor, so he blasts Clark, and and because Baron Clark's dad, Baron destroyed the Phantom Baron destroyed his home, and Jarrell banished him to the Fam Zone. And with Jarrell dead, the people thought that Clark was a myth, and some people wanted revenge on Clark, on Jarrell. So now they're taking out their revenge on Clark. So yeah, but he wants the stone, so he goes to. So Jimmy, he goes to Lex and he's like, who's this guy you're working with? And who's this guy you're talking to? And he's like, I don't know who that is. And he takes a picture of it. And he's like, Lex, and Lex is like, "Hey Jimmy, I know that Chloe has a boyfriend. I'm glad Chloe's got a boyfriend, but if you ever come with me with those accusations again, I'll throw you out the window." And and he tell so Raya and Clark go to Raya and Clark go to the fortress, but then yeah so yeah Baron goes and he knocks out Clark and Lana, and she knocks out Lex and Lana, and Lana's like, and Lex is like, when Clark gets there, he's like, "Is everyone fine?" And Lex just has to dig into Clark by saying, "Yeah, me and Lana are fine. We're both fine." He has to dig into him. Yeah. Yeah, to dig into your ex best friend. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so so then so yeah, so then they go to the fortress. They fight Baron. Clark uses his dad's crystal of crystal to release Baron from Lamar's body, returning Lamar normal. But unfortunately, Raya dies in the process. Raya dies. Yeah. So yeah, and unfortunately, Lex fired Jimmy. Lex was pulled some strings to get Jimmy fired, but Jimmy was able to get his job back. And he's like, yeah, but unfortunately, he has to work all the way down in the basement of the Daily Planet. Poor Jimmy. Lex is bad, and yeah. So, so Clark is talking to Martha, and he's like, now I gotta accept my Kryptonian destiny, train with Jor-El, but I can't do that until all the Phantom Zoners are either destroyed or returned. And that basically wraps up this episode of Smallville. This episode was really cool to see Raya again, even though it was her second appearance and she died. But it was good to see her again. Yeah, it was good to see her again. Lex, he is just evil. He's just an evil guy. He threatens Jimmy, and then he fires Jimmy, and then he digs at Clark. Not funny, but come on. He digs at Clark. And yeah, yeah. So yeah, so and yeah, Jimmy really thought Lex was working with the Egyptian when it was actually Lana who was with Dr. Grohl, but he had looked by a license plate. He saw that it was Lex because it was Lex's car. That's why he thought Lex was there, and he saw the schematic on Lex's desk, and yeah, and Chloe also met Ryan for the first time. So yeah. Do you have anything I say about this episode? So like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna have a wonderful night. I'll see you next Smallville.